Good morning. It's Monday, December 4th, 2017, and I'm in the back of our house that we built a couple years ago, and oh, my doggy's awake. It's the morning, sunrise just happened, and I'm going to take you on a little tour here, a little walk around the garden. Lord Pine, I appreciate his comment about the post I made where I held the camera the wrong way and I did the vertical filming. I hate that. I hate when people do that, and I did it. So I apologize, but I'm going to take you on the same tour, maybe with a few more things today to show you what I've been working on. So here's my swimming pool. And I got a bunch of stuff in here. This little jade is coming along really well. But the thing that started me off yesterday, making me want to show you stuff, is this, and I think it is thanks to another person who, and actually they're closed up right now. They'll open up, but these are, I think this is an Orchid Bush. I don't know, because I got this from a friend, and it's on long, spindly little trunk things here. And when these are opened up, they're a lot more beautiful. I guess I'll leave the other video so you can see how they look when they're opened up. But they look like little purple orchids. So I checked it out on the interweb. And sure enough, there's a thing called a bush orchid, and I guess that's what they are. But I got a bunch of plants here that, I just like them when I see them, and I don't know what they are, but they sure do love to grow here somewhere in Southwest Florida. That's the coastal hammock out there that our lot sits on. I've even got a little shooting range. There's my targets right there. Right now we got an alligator in the pond that's pretty big, about 6-7 feet. And the alligator hunter's been out here a couple times. Hadn't gotten him yet, but he's supposed to come back out today. Got a little fire pit down there. A bunch of other bonsais, and here's a big cycad that I'm in the process of trimming up. I'm going to take some pups out. Hopefully I don't kill the pups. There's my Ponytail Pom that came out of a place somewhere in Miami. It had blown against a wall, and so it got all bent and convoluted like that over the years. And now it sits in that concrete pot on a boulder. And to me it looks like the head of an elephant with water spewing out of his trunk in the form of leaves. It likes it there. Okay, so I'll walk around the top of the hot tub here, and got a little can't remember what this is, but this is supposed to grow up this trellis. I'll extend the trellis and get it up here, go across the top. That's the kind of stuff I do, because I don't do anything else. Okay, so we'll walk back along the pool area into the lanai, as we call it, the lanai. And first stop is a buttonwood that is gorgeous. And I've recently defoliated it and trimmed it back some because I had it bushed way out, and to thicken up the branches, and they're nice and thick, and now we'll be pumping out some more leaves in the next few weeks, hopefully. There's that Ponytail Pom again. I've got a few other odds and ends out here. Here's a banana leaf Ficus. Actually, it's root over rock here. You can barely even see the rock anymore. because the root's so thick over it. Got a little city mold on it, I'm treating. And we made a coffee table out of a rock that we had cut in half. It's kind of neat. Got another banana leaf ficus here. And this one is really a root over rock. Here's the rock. Here's the root. So it's pretty heavy too. But I recently defoliated and rewired this guy. So leaves are starting to pump out. Actually got him on a couple rocks. Rock, rock. A little view from inside the lanai area. And okay, let's see. Oh, back here, I'm starting to work a little on doing waterculture orchids. I take my orchids, I got a bunch of orchids, dendrobium orchids, and take them out of their bark and sphagnum moss and put them into just straight distilled water. See how that goes. In my workshop. At a workshop, it's always a mess. Always doing something. Got a lot of extra pots and wire and stuff like that. Got a little TV set up. Got my, oh yeah. Just for effect. Yep. Gone. Working on a little speedboat. Have some fun in the pond. Bonsai soil. Bunch of batteries. Got a little orchid there. I like the way it looks against that black backdrop. And here's a I grew these guys from seed. This is a bald cypress clump. And I grew them from seed in this pot. And then as they got bigger, I started to braid them. And now I've not only got them braided, but wired and put some movement to it. So we'll see. I'm always experimenting with things like this. Okay, let's go outside. It's a beautiful day. And right away, this is, I've got this on a couple of videos. This is Podocarpus that I killed several years ago, and I really liked the trunk. I love this trunk. And I hated that I killed it. But I've now turned it into what I'm working on as a phoenix graft, where you Dremel out the channel and then plant a whip, Podocarpus whip, and those are growing. I got one on each side. There's another one. They're doing pretty well, and I've just wired it. See how it goes. Got a bunch of stuff out here. There's a lady palm, and I've always got cuttings. There's some Bougainvillea cuttings I'm just growing there in the shade, and they're doing pretty well. I'll transplant them along a fence. Got a wall over there of plant material. Ooh, look at that. Look at that big white heron, or white heron. Giant white heron in the tree over there. We feed these birds, and they love to come and eat fish out of the pond, like National Geographic. Always fooling around with something. Here's a little red Bougainvillea vine that I've turned into kind of a standard and wired it to give it a certain look. Okay. This is this was a gift from Chris. This is he's a palm expert and is my daughter's orchestra teacher. Really good guy. and he loves to do palms. And he gave me this a clump of dwarf Thai areca palms. And so I've never done a palm bonsai, but that's what this is. And I trimmed out some of them on the inside so you can see it as a forest as opposed to just a solid clump. Doing real well. It's one of my favorites right here is Brazilian rain tree forest style on a slab, muck, grown in muck. Beautiful today too, the way the dew is on the leaves. This was a money tree, part of a money tree. You know how they sell them at like Lowe's and Home Depot, and they usually have them wound together, braided together. This is what happens when you take the braids apart and you grow one of them that's got such great movement. Actually not sure exactly what this is, but it's doing really well in this tiny little pot. Been there root bound for a long time. Walking outside the gate